Welcome to Harlan Community Middle School News broadcast for this week. Our first story is about autism awareness.
Hi, I'm Scott here with Mrs. Harmon. What is it like working with an autistic student?
Working with an autistic student is rewarding. If you've met one autistic student, you've met one autistic student. No children with autism are the same, and that is why the puzzle piece is one of the representations of autism, because every puzzle piece is unique.
Okay, and then do you enjoy working with autistic kids?
I enjoy immensely working with autistic kids and kids with disabilities. If you really look at the whole school, every child somewhere down the line has a disability in something. And some kids have some that are more pronounced than others. And with autism, sometimes we find a child with autism tends to focus on one thing and does that very, very well. And they're very logical. Things they see through are very logical versus emotional, but very, very logical. I find a lot of times kids with needs that might be sort of special tend to be less critical of other kids and more comforting than others, and so they're not as judgmental.
Okay, and then how is your day different than a regular teacher's day?
When I'm working with my one-on-one student, I get to be with him in more of a personal area instead of a teaching area. We teach more of the life skills than I do the science, the math, the social studies, or language arts. We teach more of the involvement with other kids skills and respect skills. And that's one of the things that is extremely rewarding, because you always see a positive reward and positive feedback for something like that.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Dylan here with Jessica. What do you think about autism awareness?
I think it's a good idea.
Do you know anybody that is affected by autism?
My cousin has autism.
How are you affected by that?
I don't really know him because he's from Colorado.
Alright, thanks.
Molly, I'm here with Joel. What do you think about autism?
I think autism is not that much of a disorder, but like it always somehow sort of makes them more happy than most usual people would.
How is your life affected by autism?
I think it's made it more exciting and more thrilling.
What was it like growing up with autism in your family?
A little confusing because they never really acted like they grew up. They could never really say full sentences at all. They only spoke in like 2 or 3 words.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Nick here, Zach. Did you know that April is Autism Awareness Month?
No.
Well, you should really get to know that stuff because you can help somebody out.
Okay.
Do you remember if you celebrated it last year?
No.
Well, I think you really should because it's for a good cause, alright?
Now we have a story about Mr. Lennon, our ag teacher, retiring.
Anthony Schmidt here with Mr. Leinen. I'm going to ask him a couple questions about him retiring. So why are you retiring?
Well, I've got 33 years in education, and it's just probably time to turn over a new leaf and let somebody else take over the reins. And my wife and I are both going to retire from teaching.
All right. Do you know who will be taking your spot here at Harlan?
Yeah, actually, we just hired a young man fresh out of Iowa State University who happens to be a former Harlan graduate. He's one of my former students. His name is Mr. Schugart.
All right. That's kind of cool. And did you enjoy your time teaching here on your students?
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I left for a short time, and that was a huge mistake. And I came back. I was lucky enough to come back, and I really, really have enjoyed my time here. I actually spend more time here sometimes than I do at home.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
No.
I'm Stephen here with Jared, and I'm going to interview him about Mr. Leinen's retirement. What was your favorite part of his class?
To see the animals, the dead animals, the stuffed ones.
And what kind of activities did you do?
I did trap shooting.
Okay, thanks.
I'm here with Tyler, and I'm interviewing about Mr. Leonard retiring. How do you feel about Mr. Leonard retiring?
Kind of sad.
What is your favorite part of his class? It makes everything fun, so a lot of fun. Thank you.
I'm Brandon here with Keaton. How do you feel about Mr. Linen's retirement?
I think he should stay because to teach a lot more kids about agriculture.
Now, what is your favorite part of his classes?
That it's a fun experience, like to do the electronic welding, and he's going to teach us a lot about egg and about like the meats and what kind of cow.
I didn't even get to do that when I was in his class.
Well, that's too bad.
You know what, kid? How well did you know Mr. Linen?
Not much. My brother has been in this class for about 4 years now, 3 years now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next we have our lunch menu for the next week and some pictures of some students' artwork.
The next story is about state FFA.
Lucas here with Aaron. I want to ask him a few questions about state FFA. What did you do at state FFA, Aaron?
We competed in agriculture impact on Shelby County.
Was it fun?
It was. I enjoyed it very much.
What did you like about state FFA?
I liked the pre-sessions the most because they had laser shows, and after the general session, they had a comedian.
Was it funny?
Yeah. He taught me an eagle sound. It was pretty amazing.
All right, thank you.
And now I'm here with Michael to ask him a few questions about agriculture FFA. What was your topic in state FFA?
Our topic was agriculture impact and how agriculture impacts our Shelby County, and it was an agriculture education and program to help us get involved into our FFA in agriculture.
That's cool. What did you do there?
We presented our agriculture impact, and we watched the general sessions, and we also went to a middle school session to talk about like leadership and all that stuff.
I'm Bailey, interviewing Mrs. McCall, and I have to ask her a few questions about state FFA. So, how many groups were there?
For their group, just the 8th grade group, for the contest that they participated in, there was 12, but teams had to qualify from all over the state to make it to state. So there was, I don't know how many teams there were all over the state, but it was only the top 12 teams in the state that got to go to state convention.
Oh, okay. So what did the 8th grade place?
They got a gold rating, and they don't give out places after first, second, and third, so we're assuming we got 4th place. But a gold rating at state is that means you're above average, and that's a very good honor to achieve.
Also, do you think state FFA is a good program?
Well, state FFA is actually the leadership conference that the FFA members get to participate in. It's the statewide conference. And yeah, I think it is awesome for them to get to participate in it. Not a lot of kids at our school get the opportunity to do that, and especially if they're in FFA, they have to qualify to go to state convention. So it is a great honor, especially as an 8th grader, that you get to go with, 50 other high school students to state convention. That's a pretty big deal as an 8th grader.
Okay, thank you.
Next is our fun fact of the week.
This is the fun fact of the week. Did you know that the word burrito in Spanish means little donkey?
Next, we have our final story about Mother's and Father's Day. Hi, I'm Lexi here with Perry. Do you buy your mom presents on Mother's Day?
Usually I get them like a day late, but I do. Usually I try to give her a card and stuff.
Cool. And do you enjoy Mother's Day?
Yes and no, because it's fun to give her presents, but it's kind of a hassle to go out and get her a gift.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Perry and I'm here with Zach. And do you celebrate Father's Day with your whole family?
Yeah,
Why?
because we have like 2 grandfathers in the family, 2 uncles, and my dad and my other uncle.
Yeah, we do too. And what is your favorite part about Father's Day?
Food.
I like that too. Okay, thanks.
Hi, I'm Emily with Jessica. If you can get your mom one present in the world, what would it be?
A free trip to anywhere she wanted to go.
Why?
Because she likes to travel around the world.
Okay. What do you normally get your mom?
I usually get her flowers and I make her breakfast in bed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Vegas. What do your kids normally get you for Father's Day?
I usually tell them not to spend their money on me, so I would like it best, I guess, if they just come back and spend some time with me.
Okay. Well, what would you like for Father's Day?
What would I like for Father's Day? An early summer.
Hi, I'm Lexi here with Mrs. Music. How do you celebrate Mother's Day?
Usually we go out to dinner or we do some family event. It is royal mushroom hunting time also, so sometimes we have to go mushroom hunting.
Fun. And how do you think Mother's Day started?
Some poor mom. Some nice husband probably just set it up and said, we probably need to celebrate because my wife does all the work all year round, so one day she can have a nice day off.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Father's Day. On July 19th, 1910, in Spokane, Washington, Father's Day officially started. Father's Day is celebrated on the 3rd Sunday in June. Father's Day was started because people thought fathers needed appreciation.
During the 1600s, the early Christians in England celebrated a day to Mary, the Mother of Christ. People began honoring their mothers in the church with a festival called Mothering Sunday. The English colonists who settled in America discontinued the celebration because of lack of time. In the United States, Mother's Day was loosely inspired by the British Day and was first suggested after
Our next video is about the Wellness Center.
Okay, I'm Delaney here with Nicole, and I'm going to ask her a few questions. Okay, what do you think about the new workout classes the Wellness Center might have?
I think it's a good idea because it's a way for kids to be active and get in shape and get off their butt.
Okay,
and out of their house.
And what are reasons you would go to these classes?
To get in shape.
Okay, thank you.
Brody, I'm going to ask him a couple questions. What do you think about the Wellness Center in general?
It's pretty cool.
Do you go to the fitness center on a regular basis?
Yeah, I go there about every day.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Fan here and I'm here with Tyler. Would you or wouldn't you like to have these classes and why?
Yeah, I would want to have them because they're cool.
How cool?
Really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What classes would you want to take?
I'd want to take the cycling one.
Cycling, really? Got strong legs? Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Skylar here with Jessica. And do you go to the fitness center on a daily basis?
No.
Why?
Because I don't have a ride.
Oh. What classes would you like to take if you could?
Yoga sounds pretty interesting.
Okay,
Okay, I'm Delaney here with Mr. Brook, and I'm going to ask him a few questions. Okay, why do you think it would benefit the children to have these classes?
Well, I mean, anytime you get physical activity, that's good for the heart. It's just a good habit to get into. So if you start them at middle school age, they might carry that on to adulthood.
Okay, do you go to the Wellness Center on a regular basis?
Pretty regular.
Okay, and what classes do you think would benefit the students?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't taken classes down there, but you know, there's cycling classes. I know there's some workout classes like insanity workouts that some would benefit from. They do some martial arts down there. Just any activity to expand their horizons.
Okay, and what do you do when you go to the fitness center?
Usually it's a workout. I'll get on the bike and try to burn about 1,000 calories, and then I got to work on my knees, so I usually do some strengthening exercises for that. I'll sometimes go in the sauna and whirlpool just to kind of relax, but other than that, I haven't taken advantage of as much as I should probably yet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Middle School News.